Good evening. I'm Apostle, Prophet, and Pastor Guy Gifford of Messianic World on Facebook. The Pentagon is now warning that Communist China now has the world's largest navy. Moreover, they're not just growing in size, but also in modern technology. They have also repeated their intention to dominate and subjugate the world. While Hunter Biden makes millions off being on the board of a Chinese company accused of human rights violations, because Joe Biden was vice president and hopes to be president, yet as vice president, Joe was glad to overlook China's aggressions, including their human rights violations and their invading the island in the Philippine territorial waters. Remember, only China has an army large enough to be the 600 million soldier army invading Israel at the biblically prophesied Armageddon. And China is starting their contract to run the port at the mouth of the Valley of Armageddon in Israel from 2021 to 2046. So we can expect the world-shaking Battle of Armageddon to happen by 2046 or sooner. Let's see this video interview of an expert on the Chinese Communist Party, the interview of Gordon Chang, and I'll comment at the end.
China seems to be developing the ability to project power all around the world. Now, it says, hey, the United States can do that. We should be able to do that too. Do you see it that way?
Well, I don't, John, because the United States defends the current international system. China is trying to overthrow it. China is trying to close off the global commons. We try to keep it open for everybody. And China is trying to dismember its neighbors from India to Japan. So it's disrupting peace and stability in the region. We're trying to maintain it. It's a very, very different objectives that we have.
And they have in China this worldview that suggests that they believe that they are kind of the only legitimate world power. Is that right?
Yeah, Xi Jinping has been talking increasingly about this Tianxia notion, the notion that China has the mandate of heaven to rule the entire world. They not only have the right to do it, they have the obligation to do it. He's become very specific about this in public, and so have his officials, which means they are trying to change the international system, not to compete within it.
But the title of your book is The Coming Collapse of China. How can that be if, in fact, they are building up their military to such levels?
Yeah, in 2001, I thought it would take 10 years for the Communist Party to fall, so I'm obviously wrong. The 2008 global downturn intervened. But what we're seeing right now, John, is a very worrying mentality in China. I think they're starting to see a closing window of opportunity because of the problems in the economy, in the environment, demography, you name it. And so I think China believes it needs to move fast. And that means we are going to see problems not in the 2030s, but we're going to see problems now.
And many Chinese military leaders, you say, are restive for war.
Yes, well, they're obviously got a bloodlust. We saw this on the night of June 15th, where in a premeditated move, they killed 20 Indian soldiers. An Indian soldier died last week. We see very provocative, very belligerent moves around China's periphery. So clearly China's general officers, their admirals and their generals, they want to use their new weapons, and they believe they have a right to do that.
When the president talks about decoupling from China, good idea?
Absolutely a good idea. China is configuring its military to kill Americans. We should not be enriching a hostile Chinese regime with our trade and with our investment. So I believe that decoupling is what we absolutely have to do. Especially this year, we saw China try to threaten to cut off pharmaceuticals and medical protective gear to the United States if we didn't behave.
So you can see that China is continuing their domination and belligerent nature and is moving toward the Battle of Armageddon. Stay tuned to this channel. Make sure you subscribe to this channel so you can keep track of further updates of the hostilities and the actions going on before this world-renowned prophesied battle, which will be the watching of company armies or included armies such as Iran, Russia, China, Libya, and some others. And of course, what's going on in Israel. It's all very important. So make sure you subscribe and like this video, and God bless you. Have a great day. If you liked my video, be sure to select like, as well as subscribe, and select notify to not miss future great videos.